FC Schalke are a giant in German football, but right now everything is going wrong for them. They're not only 165 million euros in debt, but if they get relegated from the Bundesliga 2 this season, FC Schalke will simply cease to exist. But guys, we are not going to let that happen. So today I am taking on the absolutely mammoth-sized task of being Schalke's new manager. And not only am I going to get them out of the 165 million debt that they're in, but by the end of this video, I'm going to make them the world's best club. But guys, I'm making this 10 times harder. No transfers, no scouting system, nor youth academy. I am only allowed to sign free agents. So here is the starting 11 that we've loaded into with FC Schalke, and I'll be real, considering how badly they're doing in real life, I was expecting a way worse team than this. Now granted, they do have 3 players on loan to them right now, and they are all very good players, and you might be wondering why that's bad news. The bad news is I can't do anything about it because I'm only allowed to sign free agents, remember. And there's also the age issue in this squad. I'm saying about 8 players out of the 33 in the entire squad are about 30 years old or above, so at some point we are going to have to address this. But they do have some very stellar players already in the team, like centre midfielder Lino Tempelman, 24 years old, 70 overall. There's also Ron Schallenberg, who's a CDM, 24 years old and 71 overall as well. And there's also youngster Top, who's 19 years old, 62 overall, and he's showing great potential, so I'm quite inclined to try and build the team around this guy quite early on. So whilst overall this team does have its fair share of cons, the good, I think, far outweighs the bad. But remember guys, I'm only allowed to sign free agents, and the rule for this video, I'm only allowed to sign free agents as high rated as our highest rated player. In that case, it is 73 rated Marius Muller, but it doesn't stop there because there's a debt that we've got to sort out, remember. Whoever my highest rated player is at the end of every season gets sold at the beginning of the following season, and this does not stop until that 165 million euro debt is completely cleared. So again, in our case, it would be Marius Muller getting sold right now, but he's only worth 2.3 million. That's hardly going to make a dent in that debt. So I'm hoping by the end of this season, the team massively improves overall. But to get the best out of my team, we are using the tiki-taka style of play. We've got a DM, a central attacker midfielder, and 2 centre mids. I reckon we can play circles around the opponents with this. And after meddling around with the team a little bit, this is the team I'm comfortable going into season 1 with. Now, obviously, I have taken some starting 11 players out of this team. If you don't see them, they're probably going out on loan this year. So whilst it's a massive kick in the teeth, we can only use that money to try and bring in free agents that will improve the team. And right now, we're in no position to be choosy or picky with who we bring in. If I see a player 73 rated in a goalkeeper position, you better believe I'm bringing them in. And how ironic, I actually found one. 23-year-old Labrovic. He's 73 overall. He's way better than the current keeper we've got right now, purely because he's younger. We're definitely signing him up. I'm also signing David Zima. He's 22, 73 rated. I've never seen this guy before on the free agents list. This guy must be new, but I don't care if he's new because he's coming straight into the team. And I've also found Yaya Atiat Alai. He's only 28, 73 rated. I mean, he'll probably be one of our best defenders this year once we sign him up as well, so this is a win-win. And after signing all 3 of these free agent players for absolutely nothing, the team now looks like this heading into its first season under my management. But there is one more little thing that I've got to let you guys know about. As we all know by now, Schalke in real life are very close to being extinct, and that same principle is applied in this video. If we get relegated to the 3rd tier of German football, this video is over. So whilst a part of me is pretty confident that we won't get relegated, with that added little stake on top of it, it does make me a little bit nervous to see how we do in our first season. But as it turns out, there was no need to be nervous. We are automatically promoted back into the Bundesliga. How we've done that, I do not know. Our team must look absolutely amazing right now for that to happen. But one thing's for certain, FC Schalke under my management isn't going extinct anytime soon. However, we did get knocked out in round 1 of the DFB Pokal, so domestically we are just as terrible in this league as we are in every other league. In looking at the team, guys, you've got to admit a lot of improvement has indeed taken place. There is obviously weaknesses that we've got to try and sort out next year, but for now I'm very happy with how it looks. But unfortunately, David David Zima is the player that's getting sold next season. He's 77 rated. He's our highest rated player, and that's so unfortunate, man. He's only 23, for goodness sake. We could have had him for years. Now, moving on to the stats, as you can see, they aren't that impressive in the slightest. Now, this is the worrying part for me. We finished second in the Bundesliga too, and that's how the stats look. I am dreading to see how they look after our first season in Bundesliga is actually finished. But let's be real, if I look at this season in any other way than it being a massive W, I'm a complete and utter idiot, aren't I? But as we all know, the Bundesliga is a different kettle of fish to the Bundesliga 2. RB Leipzig won the league, for goodness sake, beating Bayern Munich 2, so we can only imagine how good they are. So season 2 is going to be very interesting, to say the least. But before we get to season 2, if you're enjoying the video so far, leave it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. We are so close to hitting 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, we can definitely achieve that before the end of this month. Now, guys, we've got a little situation. Lebrovic and David Zima are both the highest rated players at the start of season 2. Now, I know that Zima was the highest rated player at the end of season 1, but I feel like right now I've got to spin the wheel to choose which guy to sell, because they're both the highest rated player now. The way I see it, if it lands on Zima, it is indeed meant to be, but it doesn't. It lands on our goalkeeper, Lebrovic. So instead of David Zima getting sold, it looks like Lebrovic is up for the chopping block. And off he trots, guys, for 15 million euros in total. That means our debt has gone from 165 million euros to 150. It's baby steps. It's baby steps. But the good news is, guys, we can bring in free agent 77 rated or lower, because David Zima is once again our highest rated player on his own. And what a free agent signing this guy is. Lloyd Kelly, a former Bournemouth player, I do believe he's 25, 76 overall, will definitely slot nicely into the team. And we do now need a goalkeeper. Alberto Brignoli is the man for the job for now. 32 years old, 75 overall. He's definitely not as good as Lebrovic, but I reckon he'll do at least a half decent job. And look who I found, guys. Mohamed Al Nani, 32 years old, 75 rated. I reckon he'll slot nicely into the midfield, you know. And guys, I'm an absolute moron. I've just found Mehmet Can Aydin in our squad up. He's 22, 72 rated. I'm pretty certain this guy was on loan last year to some other team, because I didn't see him in the squad up last year, but I've been after a right back and he's been here the entire time. And honestly, guys, the improvements that only 3 signings have made to this team is actually pretty damn good. All I want now is a couple of centre midfielders, and I'm happy to leave the transfer window as it is. And just look who I found. Dali Ali himself. He's 74 rated, granted. He's 28 years old. He's not the best player in the world, but maybe we can improve him quite a bit at Schalke. And joining him is another Englishman, Ross Barkley, 30 years old now, 75 rated, and I suddenly feel very old at the fact that I've just seen that Ross Barkley is 30 years old. And after signing Ross Barkley and Dali Ali for absolutely nothing, that is our transfer window done. Now let's go to the end of season 2 to see how we did in the Bundesliga. Now I've got to admit, I'm impressed with this. We have survived the Bundesliga in Schalke's first season back. Granted, it was only by 3 points, but nevertheless, we have survived the Bundesliga. I'll be real, I thought for sure we were going to get relegated this year, but Schalke, you boys have proved me wrong. But we still did terribly domestically. Round 2 is where we made it into the DFB Pokal. One day with Schalke, we will win this, I'm telling you. But right now, guys, I will take the team looking like this every single day over winning a trophy, guys. We're slowly getting Schalke back to how they used to be. But we've still got a debt to pay, remember, and David Zima is absolutely our best player by a country mile. 81 rated, and first thing in season 3, he's getting sold, unfortunately. And looking at the stats, guys, I mean, it is poor. It is so beyond poor. I mean, Dali Ali was our second top goal contributor this year. That's how poor we've been. I'm telling you, guys, we need to get so lucky in that free agents department next year. Otherwise, I can genuinely see us getting relegated in season 3. But we start the new season by saying goodbye to centre-back David Zima. He has gone to Chelsea for 37.5 million, meaning our debt has gone from 150 million euros to 113 million euros. We are slowly but surely getting that debt out the window. But luckily, I very found his replacement, Valerio Berardi. He's only 18, he's 78 overall, so we can bring him into the team because he's not our highest rated player, and for absolutely nothing. He is now a part of FC Schalke. And just to prove it to you guys, Brian Lasme is our highest rated player right now at 79 overall. And as you can see, Berardi is one whole rating below him, so we can bring him into the team. But the starting 11 itself does need a hell of a lot of improvement. We've got a lot of work to do in that free agents list. But we're starting off well. Mason Holgate is a free agent. He's 28, 76 overall. I'm pretty sure this guy's got a decent amount of potential and he'll make a decent second choice centre back. I've also found Amadou Haidara, the former RB Leipzig player, 27, 79 rated. What in God's name are Leipzig doing letting this guy go? He's absolutely mustard. And guys, we definitely got lucky with this one. Lucas Imeka is a free agent somehow. He's 26 years old, 79 overall. Guys, we have got our striker sorted for the foreseeable future now. And after signing all three of these players for the grand total of absolutely nothing, that concludes our transfer window for season 3. But I did send Top out on loan for a couple of years to Luton. He's only 21 for God's sake. He's got loads of time to improve. And the likelihood is we'll be selling Imeka in a couple of seasons time because he may become our highest rated player, which will make way for Top to come straight back into the starting 11 anyway. But this is how the team looks going into our third year with Schalke. And I reckon this time we're not just going to scrape the barrel and survive the Bundesliga. I reckon a mid-table finish is on the cards. We've definitely got the quality in the team to pull that off now. And it looks like I was right. We are 12th in the Bundesliga in our second season in it, but we still aren't too far away from the drop zone. 9 points this time. We need to get a little bit more clear because I'm not liking how close we are to it. And this time we made it to round 3 of the DFB Pokal. That's funny, isn't it? Every season we've improved our position in this by 1 every single time. As for the team, guys, it's slowly but surely coming on leaps and bounds. I reckon we'll be in Europe in a couple of seasons time. Now, FC24 is an amazing game. I sent Top out on loan and look at that growth. 86 rated, 12 rating growth. Now, this leaves me in a very weird position because Top, as you can see, is on loan to Luton Town and he will be for another year now, which does mean that Berardi is our highest rated player now. Does that mean I've got to sell Top or does that mean I've got to sell Berardi? I feel like next year I'm going to put them both in the wheel and whoever it lands on, I'm going to sell them. But one way or another, guys, both of these guys are going to go for a lot of goddamn money, which means that debt may be cleared this time next year. Now, looking at the stats, once again, it is absolutely abysmal. There's genuinely no ways to describe how bad this is, guys. I feel like a change in formation, a change in tactics, something has got to change because these stats are just terrible. But I'm more concerned with who we're selling because Top could clear that debt in one freaking transfer, but Berardi, it may take a couple of more seasons. Either way, guys, we're going to be quids in. Right, moment of truth. Who's getting sold, Berardi or Top? It is indeed Berardi. So this season, we are selling our best centre-back, which means we're going to have to find another centre-back once again. But there he goes, guys. He is off to Juve for 75.5 million, which brings our debt to 38 million. We are literally one season away from being debt-free with Schalke. And as luck would have it, I found a half-decent replacement for him. Eric Garcia. He's 25 years old, 80 overall. And guys, I know he's not as good as Berardi, but he'll definitely do. And another thing I've done is brought Top back from his loan move to Luton Town. He's 86 overall, for goodness sake. He's definitely getting sold at the end of this season one way or another. Nobody's catching up with him rating-wise, so you better believe I'm using him whilst I can. Now, looking at the team, guys, I feel like it's pretty damn decent. We're only a couple of signings away from actually competing in Europe. And one of those signings has to be a goalkeeper. Brignoli is absolutely terrible, and I feel like he's part of the reason why we aren't exactly doing all that well in the Bundesliga. And I wouldn't mind a better defensive midfielder, and to try and improve this defense a little bit more. They're the only positions where we're really lacking because everywhere else in this pitch is actually brilliant. And guys, I finally found a goalkeeper. 34-year-old Bernd Leno. He's 82 rated. Granted, we'll have about 2 seasons maximum out of this guy, but he's so much better than Brignoli. But we'll get more than 2 years out of this guy. Bruno Martinez. He's 21, 81 overall. He's a right back, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. Brush up on that defense. But unfortunately, I've been through this free agents list multiple times now, and I can't find a single other player worthy to bring into the team. So I feel like I'm just going to sign those two. And after finally improving the positions I've wanted to for so long, that's our transfer window done. And now the team looks like this headed into season 4. Now let's see if now that those positions are sorted out, we can get into the top 10 in the Bundesliga. It has finally happened, guys. We are top 6 in the Bundesliga. We've got European football for season 5. Get in. And we actually aren't far off the top dogs, Bayern Munich. Only 12 points separate us. Give us a couple of more years and I reckon we'll do it. But we went backwards in the DFB Pokal, getting knocked out in round 2 by Dusseldorf. You know what? I'm just going to accept this now. We are not winning this trophy. But this team is looking pretty damn decent. Just look at top, man. 88 rated. I'm going to miss him so much when we sell him next year, guys. I mean, look at his market value, for goodness sake. He's worth 107 million euros. We only owe, what, like 30 million euros? We are well and truly getting shafted. But to be fair, when you look at the stats, he wasn't even our top goal scorer. That goes to Lasme, who got 16 goals and 3 assists in 30 games. Now, that is more like it. But now that we're competing in Europe next year, we need a better left back, a better centre back, centre midfielder, and CDM. But you guys know as well as I do, with the free agents, you get what you're given, so we just got to make the most of it and see if we can get lucky. But unfortunately, we begin season 5 by selling our main striker Top for a whopping 130 plus million, and you will never guess where he actually went. He's now playing for Feyenoord. Since when the hell did Feyenoord have that kind of money just lying around? But it doesn't matter, he's officially sold, and that means once and for all, FC Schalke's debt is officially cleared. But with the Mecca moving into the starting 11 now that Top's gone, we need a new secondary striker, and that's where Taiwo Awoniyi comes into the frame. He's 29, he's 79 overall. This guy can defo do a job. And now that that's sorted, we need to focus our attention on the starting 11, primarily a new fullback, a new centre back, a new centre midfielder, and a new CDM. If we can manage to sort these positions out, we may stand a chance of doing well in Europe this time. And we're off to a good start with Dennis Geiger being a free agent. He's 29, 80 overall. I reckon we can at least get 3 or 4 years out of this guy. I've also found Firmin, the Spanish centre midfielder. He's only 24, 78 overall. I'll be real with you lot, I've never heard of this guy before in my life, but I'm willing to give him a chance considering he's a free agent. But we finally got a better centre back. Manuel Akanji's 31, 83 rated. He's basically won everything, and that's exactly the kind of experience we need at Schalke. And after officially signing all 3 of these free agent players for absolutely nothing, that concludes our business for season 5. Now, as you know from last year, we qualified for Europe. We're in the Europa League in Group D alongside Rakow, Hearts, and also Benfica. And guys, even without Top in the team, I feel like we're going to do pretty damn well this year. It's going to be very interesting to see how we get on in the Bundesliga and, of course, in Europe. But guys, we've absolutely killed it. We are second in the Bundesliga at the end of this season, 8 points behind Dortmund, granted, but we've gone from the Europa League to Champions League football. But we still can't get out of round 3 in the DFB Pokal. Go bloody figure. But at least we did make it out to the group stage in the Europa League, only 2 points behind Benfica, who did end up topping it. But we got knocked out in the preliminary round against Real Madrid. What are Real Madrid doing in the Europa League? How the hell did they not get out to the group stage in the Champions League? But you know what, guys, let's brush that aside. Look at the state of this team. I'm very aware that there's still some stuff in this team that we need to work on, but for now, I reckon the quality we got in the team is more than enough to carry the weaknesses. And our highest rated player has been cooking under the radar for quite some time now, Asan Udrayogo. He's only 22, 87 rated, and the best part about this, because our debt's now cleared, we don't have to sell him next season. Get in! And our stats are finally starting to look pretty decent. 24 and 3 for Mecca, 13 and 10 for Udrayogo, and 13 and 5 for Brian Lasme. But here's the really difficult part. We've got to get Schalke ready for the Champions League next season, only signing free agents. And with Liverpool winning the Champions League, we've got to get incredibly lucky with who's in that free agents list. And so far, we're doing pretty well, to be fair. Job Bellingham is somehow a free agent, 22, 78 rated. It's a big shame it's not his brother Jude Bellingham, but you know what? I'll definitely settle for Job. And I've also found goalkeeper Borja Bustos, only 19, 78 rated. I don't know if this guy's going to turn out to be special, but it's worth taking a gamble on him, isn't it? But this free agents list has been stinky for season 6, guys. I'm gonna be real. There's only 2 players I can bring into this team that are worthy going into the team, and those are the 2 players that I've signed already. But I have sent Bustos out on loan free at Atletico Madrid because Bernd Leno is in the team, and the thing is, he's actually retiring at the end of this season, so once he comes back off his his loan move, he's going straight into the starting 11 anyway. And to make room for Joe Bellingham, I've sent Firmin out on a 1-year loan to Newcastle United just to see if Bellingham can actually live up to his potential. But guys, we've got Schalke competing in the Champions League for the first time in God knows how many years. We're in Group E alongside Manchester City, RB Salzburg and FC Nordsjælland. But I'm going to be real with you lot, this team is not ready for the Champions League at all yet. We definitely need a better left back. Bellingham isn't quite ready yet. All we got to hope for this season is the best. That's all we can do. But our form in the Bundesliga fell off an absolute cliff this time. We are 6th in the league at the end of season 6. That is just god awful, isn't it? I mean, obviously Leno's retiring and our left back is absolutely terrible, but we've got to be doing better than that. And we got knocked out in round 2 of the DFB Pokal by Bayern Munich. We legitimately can't catch a break this season, can we? And we got grouped in the Champions League group stage. We finished 3rd, 1 point behind RB Salzburg. That is just the icing on the cake, ain't it? But we actually won the Europa League, beating Copenhagen 3-0 in the final. Guys, somehow we have managed to scrape the Champions League qualification here. Do not ask me how we've managed to pull that off. I'm going to be honest, this team is very good. But then again, when you look at the team, our weakest link is obviously our fullback who's 77 rated. But apart from him, it's actually a solid team. So I don't know how we've done so badly this year in the Bundesliga. But as you can see from the stats, guys, it is still pretty decent. Our front three definitely carrying the boatload. But next year, we've got to do better in the Bundesliga, man. I don't care if we've got Champions League qualification via the Europa League. We've got to do better in the Bundesliga. So that free agent says better bloody deliver. And guys, it definitely has. Virgil van Dijk's regen, David Martens, 21, 86 rated. Yeah, you better believe I'm signing this guy. And I've also found another goalkeeper, Matty Schroeder, only 19, 80 rated already, but we've got to move quickly because Napoli have gone in for him already. And just look at the team now. We've got a very solid keeper in Bustos. We've got Martens. We just need a bloody fullback, man. Free agents list, please deliver. And thank God for that. Fabio Guerra is a free agent, 21, 79 overall. He's not an amazing fullback yet, but hopefully in a couple of seasons' time, he definitely will be. And now the team looks like they're heading into Season 7 with Schalke. And honestly, guys, I've got a very good feeling about the campaign ahead. Now, this year, we've been put into Group H of the Champions League alongside Monaco, Benfica, and Malmo. And last year, we didn't even make it out of the group stage. So hopefully this season, we can make a change to that. But forget about Europe for a sec. Just look at how close we were to winning that Bundesliga title, man. Bayern Munich, just get in the bin. Exactly the same points tally. They did beat us on goal difference, but I know in German football it doesn't work like that. It works from head to head. But you know what? There's always next year. As for the DFB Pokal, we only made it to round 2. Hertha Berlin knocked us out. I officially give up with this competition. But this time we did make it out of the group in the Champions League, only just though by 3 points. But you know what? I'll take that. And we absolutely annihilated Barca 5-2 in the round of 16. Guys, our luck might just be turning around, you know. Okay, maybe not. Arsenal knocked us out in the quarterfinals. How did we get past Barcelona then lose to bloody Arsenal? But you know what, guys? When I look at this team, it gives me a great feeling about next season. I genuinely feel like if that free agents list is on our side again, we can take every single competition we're in by storm. And just look at how good these stats are, especially Lucas Meka, 32 goals and 6 assists in 43 games. What a player. Whilst everything regarding the squad has been good news, Season 7 has been the year of second best. Second best to Bayern Munich, second best to Arsenal, and second best to bloody Hertha Berlin. But we are getting closer and closer to that Champions League final. I reckon a couple of more seasons and we'll be there. And guys, so far Season 8's free agents list is delivering. Alexis Becker, 29, 78 rated. He'll be a decent second choice CDM, and to be fair, he's got a great name, so you better believe I'm signing him. I've also found Manuel Braun for that fullback role. He's 25, 74 rated. Believe me, I did try to find a better fullback, but he's literally the best fullback in the free agents list. And I have found Amada. He's 28 years old, 78 rated. He'll be decent squad depth for us in that midfield role. And just like that, guys, for the total amount of €0, we've signed both of these free agents on a permanent deal. And I am going to cut the transfer window there because look at the team, for goodness sake. How am I going to improve this team with free agents only? It's just not going to be possible, is it? The free agents that I brought in were for the bench and the subs bench alone. And now that we've sorted that out, there's really no need to bring anybody else into the fray. Now, we are once again in Group H alongside Atletico Madrid, RB Salzburg and Slavia Praha in the Champions League. And I'm pretty sure at this point, RB Salzburg are just stalking us. But guys, I'll be real. I feel like this year is FC Schalke's year. season number 8 is the season we get to the final. But I'll be honest, I officially give up trying to win the Bundesliga. We are second in the league once again, 5 points behind RB Leipzig. We have bottled this league so many. We are literally the German Tottenham Hotspur, no joke. But we actually made it past round 3 in the DFB Pokal. I don't care if we got knocked out in the quarters, I'm taking that as a massive W. Now on to the Champions League. We did top Group H very comfortably in the end, 7 points clear of RB Salzburg, and we cruised to the round of 16. But hang on, look at the table. Atletico are in the Europa League now. RB Salzburg beat Atletico to the knockouts. That is actually mental. But in the round of 16, we just about get past Athletic Bilbao 4-3 on aggregate. And we destroyed Bayern 3-1 in the quarters. We could be playing AC Milan, Real Madrid, or Arsenal. Oh, please be Arsenal. Let us get our revenge on them. It wasn't Arsenal, but we've absolutely torn AC Milan apart 7-3 on aggregate, and Real Madrid just about get past Arsenal on penalties. So we are playing the Galacticos in the final. I'm very, very gutted that we couldn't play Arsenal, I'll be real. I was really looking forward to smacking them up in the final, but I'll settle for Real Madrid. And guys, just look at the stats for goodness sake. Even Haidara got in on the action. 6 goals and 15 assists for a centre mid. That's ridiculous. And this is the team heading into the Champions League final, and I'm genuinely so goddamn proud of the work we've done with this team, man. Honestly, this has been one of the hardest rebuilds I've done in a long time. You guys may have forgotten, but for the first 5 seasons, we had to sell our highest rated player every single year to pay off that 165 million euro debt before we could actually move on and try to compete, and that was an absolute nightmare. And it's through that we haven't really been successful. To my knowledge right now, we've only won the Europa League for goodness sake. But right now we have the chance to add another European trophy to our collection. All we gotta do is beat the Galacticos Real Madrid. I've just realised something as well. Bellingham versus Bellingham, Jude versus Job once again on this channel. The question is, who's going to come out on top? But here we come on the right hand side. We're going to look for that. Oh my god, that's... Oh, it's a bit too deep. Can we get a shot? Oh, that's a great save. Madrid coming down on the left hand side of the pitch. The look... Oh my god, that is genuinely insane defending. Fair play. Here come Madrid though. They've got a handle on this game now. Oh, I thought we got the tackle in. Jude Bellingham's on the ball. He's passing it round. Okay, he's got it back. Can we get it? Oh, what a save. Our turn to attack now. Haidara. Geiger's on the ball. He's found our central attacking midfielder. Oh my god, he's massive. Oh, what a save. I didn't realise how big our central attacking midfielder was, but here comes Emeka with the header. Oh, it's just nowhere near the net, is it? Here come Real Madrid. Martens, Virgil van Dijk. Regen is trying to keep up with Vinny. He's done it, but I reckon that's a red card. That is definitely... Oh, hang on. It might not be. It's only a free kick. I don't know if he's been sent off yet. No sending off. I'm actually gobsmacked at that. I thought for sure that was a sending off offence, and he's just missed the free kick. We got away with that. Here comes Lasme. He's on the right hand side of the pitch. Oh, look at that from Lasme. Can he find someone? Joe Bellingham on the ball. Oh, he's closed down so fast. But Madrid are coming forward themselves now. Look at this for room on the... Oh, no. Can we get... Oh my god, what a save. That keeper just pulled off a save he had no right to. Oh my god. This has got a penalty shootout written all over it. I'm telling you now, this game is so close. But saying that, Emeka's on the ball. Oh my god, Joe Bellingham against his big brother's team. Can he put us 1-0 up? Oh my god! Of all players to do it, it was of course going to be Joe Bellingham. He fluffed a sitter earlier on in the second half, but he made damn sure he was going to score that one. Just as I was saying, this is going to go to penalty shootouts. We do that on the break. Beautiful stuff. But there's not a chance Madrid are going down without a foul. We need to clear this. Oh my god. What? I can't even be mad at that. I cannot even try to begin to be mad at that. That was phenomenal. I mean, I want to see this again. Martinelli. That's not Martinelli. That's got to be a regen or something, or a youth academy player. Look at that for a strike. The keeper. I mean, the keeper's position is definitely questionable, but that is still a phenomenal goal. And it just had to come when we get our first, didn't it? Give us a little bit of hope just to tear it all down. Thank you very much, Real Madrid. Thank you very much. But here come Real Madrid just on the stroke of full time. What a a tackle. Can we get one last? Okay, maybe not. We're just giving it straight back to Madrid, for goodness sake. Extra time it is. We've got the ball, though. We're coming. Oh, that's a... Oh, Saliba, man. Stop it. Oh, no. Ribeira's coming forward. I do not like... What a stop from our keeper. That is world class. That is absolutely world class. Now, here comes Emeka. He is running forward. Can we get the return? Oh, that is not who I wanted that to. What are you playing? Oh, that's actually worked out really well. Emeka's still got the ball. Oh, my God. This could be it. 2-1 to us. Please. Make it 2-1. And Diaz on the stroke of half-time in extra time. Emeka has made it 2-1 to Schalke against Real Madrid. There's a chance that we could actually steal this one. Guys, I'm not going to lie. That was totally against the run of play. We had no right to still have the ball in their final third, but somehow everything went our way, and that is officially 2-1 to us. Here come Real Madrid. Possibly the last attack of the entire game. They've got to make it count. They've dinked it in. Can we clear that? Clear it again. Come on. Just get it out. Stop playing volleyball with it. We have actually done it. Oh my God. FC Schalke, from being so close to becoming extinct as a club to being the best team in the world. Oh my God, that is by a mile the hardest video I have ever done. We not only rebuilt Schalke with free agents only, we had to sell our highest rated player every single season until that 165 million euro debt was paid, man. I am so happy we've actually been able to do it. And that is where this video comes to an end. If you enjoyed that free agent video, just click right here to watch another one.